Okay, so today I'll be covering standard 4 of the CSTs, which is students factor polynomials representing the difference of squares and perfect square trinomials and the sum of difference of two cubes. Right, as you can see, we have a bunch, we have 3 different examples of this, standard 4. Now, what this standard really does is, give me a second. Rolling up here. Just give me a second, people. Okay, here it is. Theorems and polynomials, right? This is where everything is. If an equation comes out like this, a squared minus b squared, this is the difference of squares. There's a cubed minus b cubed, comes out the difference of cubes. So it comes a squared plus b squared, or a squared plus b cubed. A squared minus b cubed. This is the sum of cubes. And then if it's a squared plus 2ab times b squared, then it's a perfect square trinomial. Now, I want to come back to this sheet, so I'll put it out. Alright. So, first off, what do we have here? It's a difference, or it's a sum of cubes. Right here. Alright. So if we were to factor this out, it would be 3, negative 3 plus 125, that would be 5, right? Yeah, 5 plus 5 times, if we go back to the model, we just plug in a couple of things. A squared, so we go minus squared minus 15 plus 25. So you see how we got these right here? We got 3 times 5 out of the 27. We got 5 out of 125. We got, it's not 9 squared. I apologize. Forget the 9 squared, people. It's not 9 squared. It's 9 automatically. So there we go. It's 9 automatically. So 3 plus 5 times 9 minus 15 plus 25. So how do we get this? The a value is the negative 27 x cubed. The b value is 125. Now from the sum of cubes, we get a plus b times a squared plus ab squared plus b squared. A cubed minus b cubed is the equation that we have here. So if we cube negative 3 times, we get 3 times 9, and 9 times 3 is 27, right? So for those of you who didn't get that, that's 9 cubed is 3 times 3 times 3. If you times these two 3, you get 9 times 3. If you get 9 times 3, you equal 27. Right? That's how we get 27 out of 3, because it's cubed 3 times. So we get 3x right here. X. Make sure to add in the x, because the x is also being cubed. 125. Same rule applies as the squares. So we have 5 times 5 times 5. 5 times 5, we multiply these two, is 25. Times that by 5, you get 125. Because 4 times 5 is 100, and add another 25 and you get 125, right? Okay, so that's one problem of the standards. So as I recapped before, a times b, so 3 times 5, a times b is 15 plus 25, b squared, 125. We got the factor out. 5 times 5, 25. Alright, moving on to the second problem. Anybody identify it? Anybody? Anybody? It's the difference of squares. Woo! Alright, real simple answer. It's 25r squared minus 4. So what does this difference of squares say? A minus b times a plus b, right? So it goes something like this. We set up our parentheses, minus, plus minus. It really doesn't matter because either way you're still going to come out to make it the same answer. So if we factor out 5, which is the a factor, we get 5r minus 2. Then we get another 5r plus 2. Because if we factor out 4, 2 times 2, right here, 2 times 2. And if we factor out 25, 5r, 5 times 5 is 25, and the r squared. Okay. Third one, C. Does anybody recognize it? It's a perfect square trinomial. Woo! Anyway, alright. So, as you can see right here, the equation. A squared plus 2ab plus b squared has to come out to be a plus b times a plus b. So, if we go back to our problem, to our equation, however you want to call it, we have to figure out the a values and b values. So, well, what I do in this instance is I times these two. 4 times 1 is 4, negative 4, and what I get is 2 times 2, negative 2 times 2. So how this works is these two numbers have to multiply to get this number, and these two numbers also have to add to this number, negative 4. So, where do I get the negative 4? From right here, the middle coefficient. Right here, down here. X squared, 4, up here. Since this is an imaginary 1, I don't know if you can see that or not, but that's an imaginary 1x. So 1 times 4, you get 4. So negative 2 times negative 2 is 4, because negative times negative is a positive. And then negative 2 plus negative 2, you get negative 4. Okay. So now with these two factors, what I get is x minus 2 times x minus 2. They have to be the same sign, or else this doesn't come out. Because if this were a plus, it would come out to be plus plus, or it would become to be a difference of or a difference of squares. Anyway, so that's how you get this problem. All right. Same thing as with all adding problems in life. You have to add different types of things and factor out how is the simplest type of amount of cash that I can give to a certain type of person, Anyways, as with all addition, subtraction, and factoring problems, you have to factor out, how much of an amount do I owe, and how much can I pay it in such and such cash, what's the simplest type of form of, stuff, etc. Anyways, this is Standard 4, guys, of the California Standards Test, Algebra 2. Students factor polynomials representing the difference of squares, perfect square trinomials, and the sum of difference of two cubes. So, covered perfect square trinomials, covered sum of difference of cubes, and sum of cubes. Sum of cubes, difference of squares. This is difference of squares, sum of cubes. Anyway, hope you found this helpful. Need any more help? Just message me on YouTube, comment, rate, subscribe. Thank you.